I remember in my younger years going outside, looking up at the stars and going, "You left me here. Come get me." I didn't know. I wasn't working fully in my own personal power at that time. So, what is a young soul? What's an old soul? Those have kind of become really trigger words. I can't really answer it, but I think that wiser people are older souls. And we tend to think that whether it's true or not, they say that the gardeners are the old souls gardening for the young souls living in the mansions. That's one of the things that Messages of Michael said. And then there are the avatars. Now, there is an interesting situation. It's a being who fell to earth to serve. That'd be Michelangelo, Moses, Abraham Lincoln. These are rare, rare beings. Many are from Venus. They're very highly evolved, but guess what? They come to Earth and they have to start at the beginning, at the bottom. And by the time they reach the point of being able to serve like Michelangelo, they've lived thousands of lives here. It's a real sacrifice, and that's what it is. They come here because they were called by Earth. Maria Callas, that's another one. I joke and say that most of us are just dumb. We we come back over and over again because we take a while to get stuff done. But there really is no time limit, because once you are a soul cast into a body and you start a cycle, it's forever. You never die. All that dies is the physical. Maybe maybe I came back because I wanted to learn to play golf. Great. Next time I'll be born in Scotland and have a really crappy life for 40 years before I get hit in the head with a golf ball and die. I don't know. We do stuff like that. I mean, we really do. It's just ridiculous. The truth is much stranger than anything we can make up. But the soul doesn't care. They just cast out another body whenever it's time. I really believe that anything you can imagine, anything is out there. It really is. The imagination's really powerful too. We create image and action, abstract ideals to where we can think, I bet I've been a horse before. No, you haven't. I guarantee you haven't been a horse. That's called transmigration of souls. You'll never be a horse. You humans don't become animals. Animals don't become humans, at least not yet in thousands of years. These animals who are serving humanity and who have been for the millennia, the elephant, the horse, the dog, and I don't know what other ones, those will start to become inhuman souls. Now, don't ask me to explain that. That was passed on to me. That's theosophy. However, in between lifetimes, maybe you ventured into the consciousness of a horse for a little bit. It could be a dolphin, it could be anything, but you will not be born into anything but a human. My father, who was hysterical, used to say he wanted to come back as one of my animals, And comically, my nephew's fiance named their dog Marvin, daddy's name. So maybe he did come back as a dachshund. I don't know, jokingly. But reality is really plastic, you guys. It's movable, and we count on it. As I've written before, we count on things being solid. The chair, I hope to God it's going to be a chair when I go to sit in it. It hadn't morphed into a swimming pool, right? There are certain things that are constructs that are solid, that are agreed upon, and I don't think we should spend a lot of time trying to pretend they're not. If you don't think material world is real, just start running real fast and run into a building and see what that does. It's going to hurt. But your imagination can do that. It can go anywhere and do anything. We come from this reality of things not being physical, right? We come from that, and to that we'll return. And kids, until they're about, age 9, they're usually very psychically open. Don't parents sometimes wonder, where the heck did you get that? Where did that come out of my kid? Wow. It's amazing. And
Yeah.
then we lose it. And we become part of the world because we have to function, to be here. It's all hormones and it's all the age that you're at, and you do have to evolve and grow into that. I think that I was blessed in the sense that my parents just kind of let me alone to be the little kid I was. I spent most of my time in the woods talking to the fairies, and I'd come and tell them about it. Oh, that's cute. Thought I was a unicorn. I was about age 5 or 6. They didn't take me to the vet. It's a phase. But a lot of those phases with me stuck because nobody told me they weren't really real. It's amazing, we do lose it. We become part of this world. It's the time. It's kind of like the comedy of my husband and I watching our friends and their kids that are now 30. They have a kid and they have to become an adult. That's the verb. You have to an adult. It takes place in the physical world, so we have to adapt to this physical world. So then there's a thing about money. On one hand, metaphysically, spiritually, you don't need money. Money is considered the root of evil, but only because it's so physically enticing. Fine. But you have to pay rent, need insurance, you got to buy food. As with everything else, there's a balance to it. And you can approach it with love instead of labeling, but it's very, very difficult. It's one of the challenges of this earth, isn't it?
It is.
You understand that the unseen is eternal and that supernatural beings are uncountable and they're still being created. It's not, it's because they're not physical, I think. It's not yet understood that the invisibly exquisite, unseen, bathes everyday life in a sublime aura of experience. Everything. I like to look at it like the clock. You got 60 minutes on the clock. Those first 57 minutes are the unseen. That's magical. That's the unseen. Those last 3 minutes are what we live in, the physical. They are solid and they are real and they are necessary. It's life on earth. You're surrounded daily, each night, with billions of beings from the size of an atom to greater than our sun. I mean, does that surprise you? It's really true. Do you wonder why you can't see them with your physical eyes? Icky beings, the demonic, whatever, are part of the reality, the unseen things making life uncomfortable, but they're teachers. Here's the deal: like attracts like. The more you clear past stuff from your life, the greater you raise and cleanse your body, mind, and spirit. And the less attractive you'll be to the icky beings. They'll just glide right by you. What makes some folks so delicious to bad luck and repetitively awful experiences? Is it their fault? Probably not, but here's the deal. Who are your friends? Who do you go to in the public arena? Who comes to you? What stimulation do you crave? Are you hanging out in druggy places, in bars, just crazy loud music all day, casinos, low level areas? That's where the icky ones go because of why? Because all of that is very, very physical. You're in the presence of the awful and wonder why you feel awful. It's obvious, but it's apparently ignored and not known by most of us. You can't apply physical rules and laws to this non physical world and these non physical beings. That's the catch. You need your inner senses to access that 57 minutes. Think about that. The rules are different. You can't measure supernatural energy with material instruments tuned to measure the physical world. We're developing some, but we're not there yet. We go through periods of deception and believe the bizarre is truth and the simple is a lie. Dogs don't want to become cats. Cats don't become dogs. We're in that world of creating a new world all of the time. So that's that whole article. Linda, do you have anything to address on that?
I do. I have a few questions that came up as you were talking. Uh, I- I'll start with how can we distinguish our soul beyond our personality?
Oh boy, it's so hard. It from what Theosophy teaches, and once again, I would address you to the works of all the blue books, Alice P. Bailey, Benjamin Crimm's 3 books on the works of the Maitreya or hierarchy, explaining these things in very simple terms. That it takes us thousands of lifetimes to have the neural anatomy, the connection to even want to find the soul, because we don't believe it. We come here to be enmeshed in the physical world. And that once again here, I know you know I joke about my new age friends who think I'm just ridiculous, but quit judging everybody who doesn't do that, who isn't so-called spiritual. You've been there too. And the point of coming in as maybe an infant soul is you will know more about these other worlds. But you have to lose a lot of that knowledge, like kids at age 9, in order to become more physical. You have to understand how this world works, and you have to be able to maneuver through this world. It's an education. And so let's say thousands of years have gone by, and you hear that phrase, qui sunt Deus, who's like God? Well, are we like God? You can talk about it all you want, but clearly we're stuck down here until we do the work. So it starts small, it starts with a curiosity and the beings that guard and guide you who are around you. You get better ones, you get more intelligent ones, you get ones that are higher up because you become like that too. It's all hierarchical. Now, the Nordic countries hate the idea that all this is hierarchical because they want everybody to be equal. But in everybody to be equal, you yourself, you can only be equal to the lowest person on the rung. So, what you have to be equal to is the opportunity. You have opportunity for growth. You have opportunity for this and that. But you don't have to be like the person above you or below you. You have to be you. And that's what the soul is. That's you.